Hello and welcome to another week of Alley Oop Trivia. Today I've got Dylan and Ethan with me and we're going to do some Final Four trivia. You guys ready to get started?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
All right, these are a little tricky this week, but we're going to start with a question about Auburn. So Auburn's a number 5 seed, and they're the only number 5 seed this year who didn't lose their opening round game. In the 40 years of the tournament seeding, how many 5 seeds have won? All right, you guys both have an answer?
Of course.
All right, Dylan, you want to show your answer to the camera first?
I got a big old 0 right here, and that is the correct answer. I already know it.
All right, Ethan?
I got 3.
All right, well, Dylan, that confidence was well deserved because it is 0.
Of course,
So
of course.
first answer to Dylan.
Interesting question.
All right, our next question is Tom Izzo is the only Final Four coach with 20 straight NCAA tournament appearances. What active coach holds the record of 24 straight appearances? It is not another Final Four coach, as your hint.
Hopefully we don't get docked down for spelling, but
It's okay. You're good. You get to say it. So.
All right.
All right. You get to go first, Dylan.
all right. I'm going with Calipari because I just think that's got to be the right answer. I haven't been wrong yet, so we'll see.
It's true. All right, Ethan.
I got Coach K over at Duke.
All right, Ethan. That is the correct answer. It is Coach K.
Gotta be kidding me.
All right. So this one's a little tricky. Auburn is the first school ever in the Final Four whose school name is also a color. Can you name any of the other 3 Division I schools who share their names with colors? You can't use nicknames, so like the Syracuse Orange doesn't work. But there are 3 other Division I teams who their college name is a color. You get a point for each one you can name.
Not gonna lie, this one's a little rough.
Oh.
I feel like one of them's got to be purple.
Interesting guess there. I'll give you guys a hint that should help. One of them is an Ivy League school.
Oh,
All right, I'll give you a few more seconds. See if we can get any. Start listing colors. Okay, what do we have here? Dylan, you can go first.
okay. So to round it off, first one I got the Alaska purple. That was kind of just a guess. Then I had Brown University, and then of course Blue Boys.
All right, Ethan.
So I also went with Brown. Temple, I don't know what their mascot is. And I think Stanford Cardinals, that Cardinal could be a shade of red.
What kind of shade would you call Temple?
Well, I
Just
don't know.
wondering.
I don't know.
More of a purple.
Yeah, it's
Go
like
with the blue
it's like a
here.
maroon kind
It's
of
a
thing.
maroon.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
well,
around
you guys both got brown.
Oh, I was thinking mascot for Stanford, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's okay. The other 2 correct answers were
Jeez.
Navy and Siena. So
Oh.
Navy is kind of the only other one you've probably heard of. This year, Virginia reached the Final Four after their disappointing and historic loss last year to UMBC. In their first round of tournament this year, they were also trailing a number 16 seed by double digits. Can you name that team?
That's a good question.
All right, I'll give you a few more seconds, Dylan.
See, this marker's running low on me too. Might just have to say it with a blank sheet.
You're good. Okay, you get to flip first anyway. So.
All right. This is just a bunch of gibberish. I really have no clue what this answer is.
All right, Ethan.
I have Gardner Webb, I think.
Gardner Webb is correct.
That's true.
All right. So nowadays, making the Elite Eight is a pretty big deal, but when the tournament began back in 1939, only the 8 best teams got to compete. Who won that tournament? A little bit of a hint here. They were a Sweet 16 team this year, so that narrows down your options. They beat Ohio State in the championship game.
Are you saying they only made it to the Sweet 16?
This year, they only made it to the Sweet 16. They won the very first tournament ever. You guys get a few more seconds. Anyone have a guess? Throw out a Sweet 16 team. All right, Dylan. What do you have?
Again, poorly written, but I'm going to go with Oregon because that's the only Sweet 16 team that I can think of off
All right.
the cuff.
Ethan?
I got LSU.
Dylan, you were right. It was Oregon.
Oh, the boys.
All right. No team has ever lost in the first round of their conference championship game and then won the tournament. What current Final Four team would be the first if they cut down the nets Monday? 1 of 4 option here. All right. Dylan?
I'm going to go with Texas Tech.
That is correct.
we
Ethan?
go.
Also has
I
Texas
also
Tech?
had Texas Tech.
All right, it's tied 4-4 right now, going into our last question. All right, the Final Four is in Minneapolis this year. The last 2 times it was held there, the same team won. Who was that team? All right, Dylan?
Gonna round it out with Kentucky again. I feel like that's got to be it.
All right, Ethan?
I got UNC.
Neither of those are correct. The correct answer was Duke. So we'll move on to our tiebreaker really quick
All
here. All right, this isn't about the Final Four. This is just about today. It's April 3rd today, which is a very important day in Michigan basketball history. 2 important things happened on this date. One was 30 years ago, and one was 12 years ago. You can name, get a point for each one you can name. 30 years ago one should be easy, guys. I'm hoping someone can pull this one out at least. All right, a few more seconds. All right, Dylan, what are your answers? Or answer? if you
All
want.
right. Obviously, you got the championship 30 years ago. 12 years ago, I'm not too sure. Didn't write it out fully, but I'm going to go with a Final Four victory, maybe.
Okay, Ethan,
I had also won the championship, and we hired Coach Beeline.
those are the correct answers. So Ethan will win this week with a score of 6-5. Good job today, guys. Those were definitely some tricky questions with this interesting Final Four field we have this year. Be sure to tune in next week for Alley Oop Trivia.
This is definitely rigged. I'm just gonna say that.